She took me to the doctor and they said I had a contagious virus called RSV. And they admitted me to the hospital. While I was there, my doctor, Dr. Gary, ordered a few more tests because not all the symptoms were explained by RSV. One test he asked for was for a picture of my brain, and that showed that I had too much fluid on my brain called hydrocephalus. He sent me to UVA Hospital where I had surgery in April of 2005. They thought the flu was caused by a narrow pathway and fixed the issue. After the surgery, my parents said I was back to my normal self and happy again. For over 1 year after the surgery, I had to go back to UVA to have MRIs to make sure the fluid wasn't building up again. It was during one of those MRIs in September 2006 that they noticed something different. They saw a tumor in my brain and wanted to do surgery immediately to try to remove it. I don't remember any of this, but I see pictures and my parents have told me all about it. The tumor they found was called a tectoglioma. The surgery did not remove much of the tumor because they couldn't get to it in the middle of my brain. It's a tumor that is usually not aggressive for kids, but mine was. It was grade 3 glioma. After my surgery, I had to relearn how to walk again, and my parents said it was really hard for me. I don't remember any of that. My doctor that did my surgery at UVA did not know what he could do for me and sent me to the Children's National Medical Center in Washington, D.C. There I met with several doctors who suggested I do chemotherapy. I had 4 rounds of intense chemotherapy. Over the next 4 months, I spent 70 days in the hospital. During that time, I met a lot of really cool kids who also had cancer. I had to have other surgeries to place a Broviac, and my parents say it was challenging keeping me safe with those tubes hanging out. I was only 2.5 to 3 years old at the time. I threw up so many times every day for about a year, and my parents had to give me shots when I was home. Although I was in the hospital a lot, my family tried to do normal things with me. I had my 3rd birthday party at our church with lots of friends. We went for bike rides, sometimes in DC when I had a hospital visit. Sometimes we went to the zoo just to make the most of it. And at home, I played with my sister when I felt good. We got through the time with lots of help from family and friends. Our church brought us meals. My Nana moved in with us to take care of my sisters when my mom and dad were in the hospital with me, and to help out when I was home. Lots of people made hats for me, and my sisters made bracelets to raise money for the Brain Tumor Foundation. By the way, they raised a lot of money. Even my doctor's office at Harrisonburg Pediatrics had a fundraiser for the foundation to help support my sisters. So my doctor eventually discovered that the high-dose chemo wasn't shrinking the tumor, and my parents were once again discouraged that yet another option wasn't working for me. The doctors then decided to try a daily chemo that I could have at home. And my parents gave that to me every day They would always have a piece of juicy fruit ready for me to help the taste go away. They would put it on my chest. So I continued to have checkups at the children's in DC, and we always tried to do something fun when we were there. We went to parks, museums, and one time we went to a park near an airport to watch airplanes go right above us. During those checkups, it was always the same information from the doctors. My tumor was exactly the same as it was right before my surgery, almost 10 years ago. To this day, it is exactly the same. I have now graduated into long-term follow-up program, and now I only have to go to the hospital every 2 years. I had so many people praying for me and encouraging me and my family during that time. Since so many others have helped me in my life, I want to help others too. When I grow up, I want to be a nurse and a person who people can talk to. Even now, I like to help people and spend time with people who are lonely or just need someone to talk to. Let me give you a choice. Do you want to live the rest of your life in fear of cancer? Or do you want to erase cancer? You might think that you're the only person who understands yourself, but that is so not true. Look around. You see all these people? They fought the same thing as you. Maybe they had a different type of cancer, but they will understand you. If you're worried, people will not want to be your friend. Don't be. Be exactly who you are, and people will like you for you. Remember, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Keep on shining your light and finding good things to do for others, and the darkness will not take over. Thank you for letting me share with you today.